Hi everyone, I've got a little bit of time. Hopefully before the sun goes down I can actually walk around and show you our place a little bit and just talk about it a little bit. We'll see if I run out of time and light, but wanted to at least show you what we've been doing around here. As you can see, this is our driveway as we come in. This whole area here was all overgrowth and just had lots of junk sitting there. We spent a lot of time getting everything out of there. My folks have been tearing the heck out of it, and got the harrow out here, got some seed planted for grass. We'll see what happens, and hoping to get some trees out here by the highway soon. You see we got one new one there and another one over there somewhere. Let's start walking towards Main Street. One of the coolest features is obviously we've got 4 camping spots. I guess they used to, I don't know if he just rented them. But you know what, I don't know what he did with them, but you know, they suppose they all have power, water, and sewer. A couple sewer lines that are broken or buried or missing, but we'll get that figured out. Entryway, big silver maple tree. There used to be a big hump here that had concrete over it. Had a golden Indian on the top. It looked kind of neat, but it was all broken. Unfortunately, kind of had to go. I'm not sure what all we're going to have here, maybe a sign or something, but it sure looks beautiful now. Outhouse actually has a toilet in it, real toilet. It's broken, but we can fix it and get stuck out here and need to use the facilities we got. Thanks again to Mom and Dad for loaning us your trailer. We got one trailer park going, but before we could start staying in the house, we were staying out here, so that was a blessing. Obviously, we got the big old dumpster. That's the second one we've had out here. Who knows how many they had before us, but you know, we're starting to get the house. We kind of made the decision where everything we want to share is kind of outside, with all the Main Street, 2nd Street, just the outbuildings and all that stuff. You know, might share a few things from inside, but we're going to be slowly working on the house. This first building, you can kind of still see it. It says Trading Post up there. This is probably one of my favorite buildings. I think what they did, used to be a picnic table sitting here. He's got some of the signs up from the Oregon Trail reenactment. I want to say that was like 98, I think. And he's got some stuff about where, where they went. It's a map. But I think this is one of the areas they used to have kind of a gathering place. I'm hoping to maybe put some repairs on this building and use it as a gathering place myself. Right now it's a zoo, right? It's got the bobcat right there. Got a beer cart right there. So we've got some of the stuff all taken care of. Lawnmower. Thanks Tim for that one. Been a godsend as well. So just walking down 1st Street here, or Main Street, I guess you'd call it. And this one's the Prairie Store. Got a little bit of dilapidated fence between it. It adds character. Got the Prairie Store. This one's kind of neat. It's actually sealed pretty well. They used to have this full of stuff, so it actually looked like a nice Prairie Store. There's a little bit of shelves left. We found some old boxes that were worth keeping. But really, you know, without the sides on it, you know, I don't know if I'm going to use it to do some woodwork or what I'm going to do with it yet. You know, it's a dirt floor, but it stays dry in here, so a lot of good opportunities. That door goes back to one of my favorite areas, but we'll probably take the back way there. So going past the Prairie Store, this would be just like a tack room. You know, it's just got a lot of horse tack and stuff in it. You know, I'm not sure how much of it's good and how much of it's not. I'd love to take some saddle soap or something to it one of these days and see what comes back to life. There was an old saddle laying on the ground. I'm sure that was toast, but you know, we got these saddle horses and some nice saddles on them. Oh, actually one of the ones is up there. So there is the 3. And there's just hack everywhere. Horse collars, just all kinds of old stuff. So it's kind of neat. Now this is, as you can probably tell, this is the jail on Main Street. You know, you got your bars. And some reward signs. Some shackles. Not very good stands in here. But still need to do some more cleaning out. But this will be a nice little place to go to, hopefully. This one next door is Great Plain News. Really not much to look at in here. Still like the frontage of the building. We might use it to store some of the reclaimed wood. It does get a little wet in here and not sealed up really good, so might use the face of it and do something else with it. It is right next to this one, which I'm sure you can see is the saloon. I call it the broken door saloon. Only one of the swinging doors is up, but the other swinging door is down here. We started to pull. There's burlap sacks up here, you can see like that, and it probably really looked neat this day, but it was put over tarps and particle board, which is, you know, as you can see, is not real great, but it does have tin above it, and there's a second tin roof over that, so I think we can take some of this apart and make it look really nice. You know, we've got obviously the bar set up, you know, place for the bottles. Yeah, there's lots of little sayings out here. There's, you know, saloon drinks, the Buffalo Slingers. Supposedly Lydia's Sporting Palace upstairs. As far as I know, there's not an upstairs, but we'll see. I think this is one of the ones we could really make look neat. Oh, Crooked Creek's Most Wanted. It's a mirror. Cheers. Now, sign here says the bank was burned by outlaws. What they meant was this pile of bricks here used to be the bank. Just a pile of bricks. Also in this location is where I got the bobcat stuck. So I need to come up back here and fix this now that it's dried out. Made a big old mess of things. But it'll do. I need to finish getting this out. This was just an old facade that was up that looked kind of neat but was falling down. Had nails all over. The kids were playing with it, so we went ahead and pushed it over. Take a step back, we got me walking into the sun, which is probably not a good picture. But you can see, this is the log cabin. This is the back door. Not sure why it's open. Let me go ahead and close that, and then we'll go around in front. Again, I apologize. Sun's going down, so might get a little bright. So here's the log cabin. You know, really neat building out here. It says come inside, so I think it will. So in here, it's a log cabin. Obviously got the wood stove and everything looks like it works on there. Got it's a neat old box we found in here from Hughes Brothers. And you know, this might just be a good place to leave some memorabilia. This is what is neat too, is they actually brought the trees from the wind breakdown and actually had brought a portable sawmill out and built this right in its place. So they cut the logs and put them up right here. So they did a good job. It's still standing and it's still strong, and I think I'll find some good use for it. Some wood and buffalo chips if we need to start a fire. Obviously the bunks, and then if you go upstairs, Captain Obvious wrote that one. And then there's a second level up there. Need to clean that one up a little bit more, but I think a nice little rustic cabin. as long as you're not needing the Wi-Fi. And it looks like my back door is not closing because it broke, but I'll fix that. So looking back towards Main Street, you know, we've got there's an old outhouse there. It's almost fallen down now. We're gonna push it the rest of the way down. There has been lots of concrete blocks all over through this place. You know, I've got some of them stacked here. I got them stacked everywhere. We've got a spot we can go back there. There's old, well, I'll have to show it to you later, but let me stop this video and then I'll go back towards 2nd Street. Make another quick walk down Main Street. I apologize if it's shaky. I'm obviously just using my cell phone. And I'm drinking with the other hand. You know, while I'm walking, I just want to thank, you know, my folks and Natalie's folks and all our friends and family that have done so much just to help us move, and once we're moved, get stuff going out here. I know that we've moved a lot, so we really appreciate everything everyone's done. So this, you know, this is not really anything, but it's a bunch of hedge logs that was, they called like a wiki up or something like that, which I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but I'll find out and get back to you. So here's kind of the entrance to Main Street, or I'm sorry, 2nd Street. I've got, there's a big amount of dirt here. We've actually been using that to clear out and fill in a couple areas. First building is the land office. It says come in, but this is actually another outhouse. I'll try to show you in the mirror, but it says, what are you looking for in here? Can't go in there. That's some privacy. And next to it, I don't know exactly what they planned on using this building for, but when we moved in, they had like display cases, and it looked like some memorabilia and stuff in here, which we've kind of got cleared out, and we're not quite done clearing it out. But one of the, you know, the most different features is this giant piece of really thick glass. We assumed that was just to be used to, I don't know, just look at the aviary, just to be able to see from behind the glass. This is also a really nice building. It's got good floors, stays dry, so might have to use some storage in here. So back out. All right, so if we take a quick look back, you know, you can see a lot of overgrowth in here. We've done, Natalie and her mom and her sister cleaned a lot of this out, but we got a little bit more work to do. Obviously the idea is probably to have some chickens in here. I think they probably had rabbit hutches or something here. Chicken house is actually really nice. I was told it was really well insulated and seems to look like that. See if I can open the door with one hand. So, good place for the chickens. Nice fancy whatchamacallit for getting eggs. I'm not gonna pretend to know how things work as a chicken farmer yet. I'm guessing right now that's just where the squirrels are storing things. But looks like a good chicken house. So I'm guessing farm fresh eggs coming soon, maybe, who knows. All right, that building over there, that's just a little shed. It looks really nice and old. Place to keep the lawnmowers and such. Just gasoline and lawnmowers. And this one's the Crooked Creek Cache. It's a little bit bigger. We're gonna keep the riding lawnmower. Nothing too exciting about it, but it's very well put together. This one's kind of a little bit rougher shape. It's got some storage stuff under it. We'll probably take it down and just reclaim the wood and tin. It's got a lot of good patina on it. I'm excited about that. Now this area is probably going to be my favorite. You know, this is behind the prairie stores, and there's that door right there that comes out here. And then obviously the feed and seed. And then back behind the tack room, the whatever the other printing one was. But this whole area I think would be great to have, you know, have a campfire and some places to relax, and it's just kind of hidden in back. I mean, under some larger trees here. I think that could be a really fun place to hang out. You know, there's lots of areas that are fenced off. Whether we have, I know he used to have cattle, probably goats, who knows what's all been here. We hope to have some kind of animals, maybe goats, who knows. I was trying to figure out what these were for the longest time. I found out that they just built these to be able to be stables for horses. So if someone came off the interstate and needed their horses boarded, that's what these are for. Not really good roof on them, just mostly tarps, but it's good to keep some of my treasures I've been finding around here for now until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. This piece here is going to come down. It's unsafe, but that would have been an area you walk up there and actually shoot from, or do, I think they did archery, and they would shoot straight down this lane, and they had a backdrop right there. So when I was cleaning up back there, everything I found had bullet holes in it, so they obviously had some fun. Here's another one that's gonna come down. A lot of good wood and tin. It's really rickety. Looked like a place where they would have had cattle. Another one of the many outhouses. I don't think this one's gonna be saved. Still got a good toilet paper roll holder. Maybe a urinal there, but not much good left there. I think what they did over here was actually, from what I understand, they had the overflow chickens, so they had a lot of chickens. I don't think I want that many chickens, but I'm not sure I get a say in that. But if we need to have a whole cage full of chickens, this is where some of them will be. And you can kind of see how rickety this one is. There's some good prairie hay still in there. If I go back further that way, I'm going to clear this out. That's there's some garden and stuff back there that used to be there, but that's about as far as I want to go today until I get some more cleaned out. If you've seen any of the pictures from that I posted earlier from before we bought it, you know, you might notice a big difference. And between my folks and myself and everyone that's been helping, we've got a lot cleared out, a lot burned, a lot drug out, and it's been a lot of fun. You've already gone this way, so I'm gonna shut it off for a second, and I'll turn it back on when I get closer to the wigwam. So you gotta see from here, the wigwam, it looks like a big igloo. There used to be, you know, a big teepee there, and down here, all the poles have mostly rotted away. Some of the coverings are still in the house, used to hold up insulation and stuff, so it's kind of neat. So this is what it was called, the Pawnee Earth Lodge. And what's neat about that is they really did a good job. I mean, right now you kind of see the outside. A lot of the dirt kind of ran off it. I'm hoping to figure out a good way to get dirt and grass to grow all over it again, but the outside's not what's impressive. It's the inside. We'll see if I got enough light. So as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but this is pretty darn big earth lodge, or mud hut, sweat lodge, wigwam. I don't know a lot about the Indian heritage. I don't want to pretend to, but he's got a lot of stuff hanging around. Looking forward to either having a fire in here when it's the summer, when it's nice and cool in here, or this winter when it's cold outside. See how warm we can get it in here. Got some cow skulls and and just some hides and, you know, I don't know if it's sage or what. There's all kinds of stuff hanging out in here. Some turtle shells, some fossils. And, you know, when I get some better light in here, I mean, this is all hedge pull. All this big stuff is hedge pull. And not till you get to the outside do they start using a cedar. And I wish you could see a little bit better. Really, you need to see it in person to really appreciate the work and dedication that had to go into building something like this. You know, once I get a better camera and some better lighting, I think you'll find a better appreciation for it. So that's kind of the quick tour. Fortunately, a lot of people stop here that know a lot more about the place than I do. And I've been getting lots of different stories and learning a lot about it. So I'll look forward to sharing some of those stories as I find them out. Maybe talk to a few more people that know a little bit. We always tell people that if you know where we live and the gate's open, you can go ahead and stop. If the gate's closed, we're probably got enough people undone for the day. But really appreciate the time and effort everybody's put into helping us get this far, and I appreciate everyone who's watching and wants to follow along with the progress of all the crazy stuff we're doing here. We bought a museum.